Hi everyone, Josh here. In this video, we're going to talk about the last part of the funnel creation, which would be the automation and how we can automatically send the uh, free ebook that we promised in our funnel. So if you haven't watched the first part and the second part of this funnel creation series, make sure that you go ahead and watch them because we're basically gonna build upon those two things. So this is where we left off. We kind of like work through uh, a template funnel showing you how you can actually adjust things, move things around, update things, change color, add photos, and also add your form. So I'm gonna let's go ahead and publish this one as well. Yep, that's all right. I don't mind. And then we're gonna go ahead and jump into automation. So let's go back. So every time that I say back, I'm gonna use the back within the GHL. You don't want to use the back on your browser. Sometimes it gets messed up. So always use the back on your high level. So this is our funnel. Ignore the phone number. So we got two steps: home and thank you page. And as you can see, these are the links. Okay, this is the links to my funnel. And if I click on this, it will actually open it up and it's going to be live. So there you go. All right, let's close that and let's go back. So you see, you always have a backing somewhere. So just need to find it. So I'm going to click on this back. It's going to show the funnels that I've created. There you go. Strategy coaching. That's the name that it's been given. You can always change the name if you want to. Not relevant to this tutorial. So let's go ahead and actually talk about how we can send our ebook. Okay. So I'm going to go to automations. And as you can see, this is completely clean and nice. I'm just going to click on create workflow. And I'm just going to start from scratch. Okay. Let's go ahead and click on that. So this is, in my opinion, the main horsepower of the high-level platform. This is where all the magics happen. This is where everything gets optimized, automated, and like you can do a lot of the stuff in here. All right, so the first thing is naming it. So I always name it to kind of be relevant to what it does. So I'm gonna say my free ebook form needed. So if anyone see this one, they exactly know what this workflow is about or when it's get triggered. You can add the trigger there and then say send follow-up emails. So it basically says this is how the workflow gets triggered and this is what happens inside the workflow. So it makes it very easy for someone else when you, or even yourself within 2 months, when you look at it, you don't need to actually click on it, go inside it and see what is happening. All right. So there's two main things in here happening. Ignore all these options at the top and just focus here. So we got the first option, which is add a new trigger, and then the second one, which is action. So this is how the whole thing works. There's going to be a trigger. It's not a must. You can have a trigger or you just can leave it empty. And then you add actions. In this case, we want to have a trigger. So what the trigger does, it basically tells this workflow that, hey, when this thing happens, which is the trigger, when you got trigger, start doing these functions. So basically, in our case, we want to say, hey, when someone submit that form, make sure that you send an email, welcome them, and send them the link to the to the ebook. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on add new trigger. As you can see, there's a ton of stuff happening in here. You can go ahead and just have a look to see the possibilities of the things that you can do, but I'm just gonna start searching. I'm gonna just type in form to narrow it down, and I'm just gonna click on form submitted. So when you click on that, it gives you these options. What I want to do, I want to say add a filter. And the reason for that is like this is just global form submission, but I wanted to specifically say if that my free ebook form is submitted. So I'm going to click on filters. I'm going to say form is, and I'm going to say my free ebook. Okay. And also again, because of my coding background, I guess I really like to name things. So I'm going to name this for my free ebook form submitted, and then save trigger. And the reason is like in here, instead of just saying form submitted, it clearly says my free ebook form submitted. It's very nice and easy to read and understand. And then the next thing I'm going to do is add my first action. So I'm just going to click on this. Usually I tag people, and you will see what is the reason behind that tagging once we go a little bit further down the course. So I'm going to say add and then contact tag. So contact tag is basically you're adding literally a tag like a badge on the contact, and that helps you to categorize and filter later down the track. So I'll click here. As you can see that I don't have tag, but I can add one. I can say my free ebook form submitted, and then click on add new tag. So I get that, and I'm going to say save action. And again, I can say my free ebook form submitted. So when I start reading, I know what is happening. I don't need to click on this to investigate what is happening. I can see that, okay, this is the tag that has been added. Then, in order to avoid it to be kind of robotic, I usually put a wait. So I tell the system to wait. So I'm going to click on wait. I'm going to say wait for 1 minute. And again, in here, I can say 1 minute. And then save action. So again, it makes it easier to read. And then I'm going to again click on this plus and say, okay, now I want to send an email. So let's type in email. This is the action, send email. I usually numbers my email, so you can number it or say that send link to ebook. I leave these two empty, and the reason for that, if you remember a couple of lessons ago, we talked about how to set up your sending emails and email services. And if you remember, we said that you can add your headers, email headers, and it was the from name and from email address. That is why. So as you build these workflows and as you start adding more emails, you don't need to type every single time what is the from name and what is the from email. Because if you do that and down the track, let's say 2-3 months, instead of saying Sarah, you want to say Siavash or you want to say team, then you have to go and change every single one of these. But if you left them empty, you just change it at one place, which was the email services, and all of these are going to get updated. So in here, that's why it is not mandatory. Now the subject, you can do whatever you want. Because we capturing their first name, I'm going to use that. So this is how I can use it. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to say contact, and I'm going to say first name. And I'm saying thank you for your interest, for example. So what this piece of code does, so anything, first of all, anything between the two curly braces is a piece of code that high level automatically updated while they're sending these information. So when someone submit the form, as you might have remembered, we were capturing their name, email, and phone number. So as soon as that contact comes in, because that's the trigger action, and they get tagged and they get in here, GHL or high level figures out, okay, this person, first name, because they just submitted the form, is Alex. So they're gonna update this to Alex. Thank you for your interest. And interest, here is your download. Okay. So Alex is going to come in here, then Sam, submit the form, is going to say, Sam, thank you for your interest, so on and so forth. So this is how you can get it updated. Same thing you can do inside the email body. So I can say hi or hey, and then you can click on this, contact, first name, hey Alex, thank you for your interest. Here is the link to download your ebook. Regards, okay. Keeping it simple, I'm not going to go and talk about all this stuff that we can do in here. The only thing that I'm going to talk about is how you can add a link to download. Okay, so you highlight it. If you want to hyperlink this, you highlight it. And you see we have this chain icon. I'm going to click on this. Now we've got a couple of options. One of them is trigger links, which I'm not going to talk about in this lesson. That's going to be further down the track. And the other option is just putting the link. So HTTPS. This is usually if you have an ebook that is a PDF. What I would suggest to my students most of the time is just the easiest way is just to grab that PDF, either put it in high level. I can show you how you can put it there, or put it on a Google Drive and grab the link. So I'm just gonna put a link in here and then we can update it together. Example.com, and then the action, new window. I always use that, it's easier for users, specifically when they're on the phone. Let's click on save. And that's pretty much all we need in here. Usually, based on my experience, this test email hasn't been working very well, so I wouldn't put too much emphasis on it to test the emails this way. I can show you how you can test the whole workflow easily in a sec. Let's go ahead and click on save and action. I'm going to make this publish and I'm going to hit save. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can actually add your ebook quickly into your high level and grab the link and come here and update this. So bear with me. So I'm just going to go back. So where you want to go is down at the bottom. You want to go to settings, and then again in here we want to go to media. By the way, there's a big update coming to the media library in a few weeks, I believe. So this will be updated or changed a little bit, because as you can see, it doesn't make sense right now. You click on media and then you have to click another time for it to actually open up. So it's very stupid. So let's go ahead and click on this. This brings up the media. And if you remember, in the previous lesson, we add a photo. So that's the photo coming in. Now let's say I'm going to add a PDF. So let's just click on upload a file. Let's see if I can find a PDF. There's a lot of stuff in here. This. I'm going to open this and assignment rubrics for a course that I'm teaching at the university, but that's fine. So you can upload a PDF. And then what you can select it, not double click, just one click. And you see, as soon as I select it, there's an option top right. This grabs the link to it. So I'm going to copy this, copy to the clipboard, and then I can go back. And then I can again go back. I'm just going to go back to my automations. So click on automation. Click on this one that we were editing. And if I move this in here, and if I click on this, I can click just one click. You see this gets highlighted. I can click on it and now I can change it, delete, and just paste. That will paste the PDF. I'm just going to save the action, save. And now let's actually go ahead and test it. So everything is live, everything is good. Now let's just go ahead and actually test it live. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to go to my funnel and launch my funnel and actually submit. So let's go ahead and click here. The way to launch your funnel is this guy. Click on it and it will open up your funnel. This is the one that we hook it up. So I'm going to click on get my free ebook. I'll move this over here. I'm going to put my full name here. I'm going to put my email. I'm going to put my phone number as well. And then I'm going to say I consent to receive SMS. I'm going to click on submit. Now this is going to go to the thank you page because that's how we built it. So it's going to go submit and this is the thank you page. Now let's go back to high level and see what happens. So let's go back to high level. The first thing that I want to show you is if you go to contacts, you will see that I got added. And as you can see, I got the tag. Okay, now let's go to automation, see what is happening. So if I go to automations, you can see that it says total enrolled 1, active enrolled 1, because I'm in a wait mode. So if I click on this, I can actually see where I'm sitting, where the contact is sitting. So it's saying that the contact is in here, waiting for 1 minute, and then it's going to send the email. So I'm just going to pause the video for 1 minute so we can pass this. There's a trick that you can do if I click on this person. I can move to the next step, but I'm not going to do that. So let's just wait for 1 minute and I'll be back. All right, we're back. So the first thing that you're going to see if you refresh your contact list is it shows you the last activity, and it says 1 minute ago an email has been sent. So you can actually click on it and see what is happening. So you can see the email has been sent, and you can see it changed it with actually my first name because it have my first name. And this is the content of the email. To show you that I actually received the email, I'm going to go to my inbox, and you can see that I've received the email, and this is the domain that set up previously. Now what I can do, I can click on this and it will open up the PDF. There we go. Let's close that. And as you can see, by the way, we get the unsubscribe by default to just be compliance. And the last thing that I want to show you is, let's go back to automations, and you can see that there's no one active enroll and everything is done. And if I click on this, I can see the enrollment history at the top. You can see that I've enrolled at this time and it's finished. You can also see the execution log. This is basically showing you what happened. It says that I've got added, I got a contact tag, I've been waiting for 1 minute, the wait has been finished, I received an email, and I've been removed from it. So it actually shows you exactly what is happening. So it's very, very helpful when something goes wrong. You can come here and debug that. The last thing that I want to talk about is the settings. So you see it says allow re-entry. You usually don't want to do that for form submission because let's say if I submit that form 10 times, I'm gonna get into the workflow 10 times unless I choose a different email address. So you don't want to do the same thing, so usually turn that off. The other thing is stop on response. So this is for email marketers when they keep sending an email and someone says, oh, shut up or stop or whatever, or just reply to your email. Or even if they say, hey, I'm interested, you want to remove them from the marketing workflow. And if they say interested, you probably want to hop on a call and basically talk to them. So that's for that. You can just automatically turn that on. The other one is communication time zone, super important. So let's say I'm in Australia and let's say I have clients in the US. I don't want to send emails or SMS my time zone because let's say my 9 a.m. might be their midnight or late night and their 8 a.m. might be my midnight. So I can say, hey, send it based on the contact time zone. So if I do that and say, hey, send it between 8 to 5 p.m., it does the 8 to 5 p.m. for Central Time Zone, for Eastern Time Zone, for Australians, Eastern Time Zone. So it figures that out based on the contact time zone. And also you can select the dates as well. These two you don't need to worry about. They're a little bit more advanced. We talk about it in the advanced courses that we have. But hey, that's it. To give you an overview of what we did in the last 3 lessons. We basically talk about funnels, what are they and what are they used for, and also we build a form, show you how you can build a form to capture information, and then we went on and create a funnel from a template using a template. I'll show you how you can edit things, how you can add things, and how you can actually capture information. And the last one was basically how you can automate a follow-up for that funnel. I hope you enjoyed this series. Let me know what you think. And again, if you haven't joined our community, please do make sure that you join there. I would love to see what your thoughts, what you're looking for, and follow your journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.